Welcome back to Daybreak Live on a Wednesday morning. It's 24 minutes before the hour, and big event coming up on November the 18th. Sylacauga Parks and Rec hosting the very first BBQ and Blues Festival. Steve Masters and Lauren Layton join us this morning, and ladies and gentlemen, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good to have y'all with us today. And
yes, sir.
Steve, I see you in passing when you're walking up and down the streets early in the morning.
That's me trying to get it in. That's about the only time of day that it's quiet for Steve, and I get to walk, and I actually start in one of the parks and go and touch all the parks that morning, and then go lift weights and head on in.
You know, there's a lot of people walking that time of the morning too.
We average, I've started counting because I'm just that guy, right? So it's 12 to 20 people a day walking in the mornings. It's kind of great.
Yeah. Hey, Lauren, the BBQ and Blues Festival, I don't think we've ever done anything like this, have we?
This is the first one. We're really excited about it.
All right, so let's talk about it. And you were telling me that it was actually Steve's brainchild, right?
It was Steve's brainchild. This is something that he has been wanting to do for quite some time, and so we finally put our brains together to make it happen.
Before we get to that, and Steve, I say this because I have watched from a distance at how we've been able to produce such great events, and Lauren does a great job with it, doesn't she?
She's amazing. We were actually talking, sitting out in the parking lot in the front this morning, and she's been here about a year and a half, and I'm like, wow, we've done a lot in a year and a half. We haven't really ever had a special event coordinator in Sylacauga. It's always been just programs. And attending meetings and watching what other parks and recs are doing, in Opelika and all these areas, I was like, they keep doing these cool events. How can that happen? So when we brought in Rec Desk and kind of made our front desk person not as busy as they used to be, we went in and changed that job description, brought Lauren on, and she's kept us all busy ever since.
Yeah, well, Lauren, congratulations on the job. Well, and
Thank
Steve
you.
told me if you keep doing good work, they're going to start paying you.
Oh, really?
So, yeah,
Oh, that's exciting.
That was a rumor out
Love
there.
to get a paycheck.
Parks and Rec, you don't get paid much anyway. So.
So the first ever BBQ and Blues Festival, the days are counting down, aren't they?
They are. It's going to be here next weekend. It's hard to believe that.
A little scary.
A little bit.
So what's going to be happening?
Oh, so much. So the competition, the contestants will load in on the evening of Friday the 17th, and then the competition's the next day. We've got 6 teams, so we're excited about that for our very first barbecue competition.
So is it too late to sign up for it, or? We got people watching across the state of Alabama, and I didn't know if it was a local thing or not. Okay.
Give me a call if you want.
Okay.
Yeah. We can sneak you in.
Right.
It would be sneaky.
Kind of like basketball, right?
Yes, sir.
So the barbecue, people in the South, including Sylacauga, we love barbecue.
Absolutely. That's why I think it's going to be so popular. And in fact, we've got 2 barbecue professionals, well, actually 4, that are going to be judging that part of the competition for us. We've got the Bogans with Good Old Boys Barbecue, and we've got the Soul Spot food truck that's going to be coming in, and they're going to be serving as our judges for the competition.
What do the people that watch need to know about coming to the event?
Absolutely.
This has been a topic of discussion for the last month. This is something I love. Shannon and I have been the ones at Slaw's Furnace, ones at Jack Daniel's Distillery, ones in Franklin, Tennessee. At those different places, I've seen people like Robert Bowen and Billy Fairclough and people from Sylacauga compete in these things. So they've absolutely stepped in and helped us to set this thing up. But if you come by Saturday morning just because you're driving like I do through town to go get a biscuit or something and you smell amazing barbecue smoke, then you can come out through the park and watch people. And they're going to be setting up their smokers to certain temperatures. You may see a recipe. You may see what they're using to baste the meat or, everything like that. As far as the barbecue competition, and this is something I've struggled with. I mean, you imagine walking around on a fall morning with this heavy, nice smell of smoke, and you see all this good food, and you can't taste it.
I want to eat, man.
Right. So, I mean, you're walking around just, absolutely starving to death. So, you will basically be watching the competition for the chicken, the pork butt, and the ribs. So we're doing a People's Choice Award this year, and it's called a tailgate specialty, which means it can be anything from anything that you would normally cook to go to a tailgate for, but it has to be cooked on site, probably with a smoker. So with that, you can purchase a wristband, and it's $15, and with that wristband, you can go to each tent and you can taste their tailgate specialty, and you'll have a ticket, and you put the ticket in the bucket to vote for the People's Choice Award for them. So as far as public coming to watch, I mean, pick up techniques, see there's probably going to be some really cool different kind of smokers that they're using out there. And, you know, just hang out in Sylacauga without having to leave town to go do something fun. There'll be some really good food for you to try. And then 12 o'clock music.
Yeah.
At 12 o'clock, we're going to have blues bands starting on stage, and Fermenter's truck's going to be there. So there'll be a free concert and a place to hang out, and food trucks coming in at 1.
We actually have one that's going to be there at 12,
Yeah.
and then another that'll be there at 1. So if you are...
So it's an all-day event, right?
All day, yeah. So come in the morning if you want to watch the competition in play, and then that afternoon, starting at 12 to 6 p.m., is when you can enjoy live entertainment from some local and some other blues bands that are part of the Magic City Blues Society.
So there's 6 teams, right?
6 teams.
And I remember when David Foote was alive years ago, we used to have a chili cook-off. And we used to have it out there sometimes. And, you know, Central Park is a great venue to have
Fantastic
any kind of event you'd want.
It is. It is. It's gorgeous. It's one of my very favorite parks.
We've basically turned it into an event park. You know, we have the electrical outlets around the edges. We've maneuvered it where we can pull stages in. We actually have plans for building an outdoor stage area out there. So Central Park is going to be where it's at, you know, as far as us and outdoor events. And, you know, we want to work with the chili events that Miss Judy does at the museum and stuff like that, and offer our services and help in any way we can to grow those programs.
So talk about the music aspect of it. It starts, what, at noon?
It starts at noon. It's going to start with a local band called Sons of Thunder. They will play for 2 hours, and then we'll move on to our next band, which is Little Lee and the Midnight Blues Band, and then we'll finish up with Jock Webb and Clarence Davis. And I think you are going to be very impressed. We were when we did our research and we watched these musicians, and they are, oh my goodness, these people on guitar and harmonica are absolutely amazing.
Wow. So all starts this weekend on November the 18th at Central Park in Sylacauga. And, you know, this can be a family affair.
Absolutely.
And you have to have sponsors. This stuff just doesn't happen.
We
Let's talk about the
do.
sponsors.
We have quite a few. Coosa Valley Medical Center is one of our big sponsors for the event. We also have First Bank of Alabama, Ace Hardware, State Farm, and State Representative Ben Robbins.
Wow, that's fantastic. All coming up Saturday, November the 18th. And this is just one of the many, many events that we've had this year. And every time I see of another event coming up, and I'm saying, well, how are they going to top that one?
That's always the question.
That is the question.
And you know, as soon as we finish one, Steve says, "Okay, what next?" And we always have a calendar of events for the year, but you know, anything can happen. We can always add to that. Our goal is to have at least 2 events per month, and oftentimes, especially in the summer, we surpass that.
So kind of grade the year so far. How's it been?
It's been fantastic.
I'm not going to let her judge herself. It's been amazing. It's absolutely been amazing. You know, we like I said, we have these big hopes and dreams of what this could be in Sylacauga and what this position could turn into. And she came in, you know, actually worked from home her first few months planning her first event, and showed up and hit the ground running. And literally people call us, when are you doing this again?
Yeah.
And I mean, that's what you want. You know, you want to provide that service for your citizens that can get off of work, not have to go home and clean up and go to Birmingham and, you know, to be entertained. You want people staying here in our hometown and, you know, she's done an amazing job of offering events where we can do those things here in our city. So that's our ultimate goal.
Sylacauga Parks and Recreation Revitalization Foundation, which is a 501c3 organization, and the Sylacauga Young Professionals. Where does this money go from events like this?
That is why we needed to do an event. As you know, we have our Veterans Wall, and you know, Veterans Day is coming up this Saturday, and we've always offered these plaques for $40 for people to put on our Veterans Wall to honor veterans, and that's a wonderful thing, and we want to keep that cost the same. The fact of the matter is, our cost is about $72 to $73. So we have always covered the extra expense of that out of our 503, you know, and that's just been a way that we've kind of offset the cost without touching our general budget. And all the proceeds from this, from ticket sales and some of the sponsorships and other things, is going to go into our 503 to continue to keep that cost for veterans $40 as long as we possibly can.
And it's a beautiful park over there.
It is amazing.
As a matter of fact, we've got some veterans that are going to be following you this morning. So, Lauren, let's capsule what's going to be happening a week from this coming Saturday.
Absolutely. So competition will start turn-ins at 10 a.m. on Saturday, November 18th. Public entry, you can come at any time, but we'll be selling those wristbands for you to try the tailgate specialty starting at 12 p.m. You can enjoy live music from 12 to 6 p.m. We'll have food trucks, fermenters beer truck, we'll have hog-tied barbecue, and Big Boys Wings will be there from 12 to 6 as well. So we're excited about that.
Man, there's nothing like barbecue on a Saturday, I'm telling you. And then great music on top of that. And so we look forward to it. Thank you both for coming this morning.
Thank you for having us.
It's not in my notes or anything, but you know, we're coming up on the holiday season. Is there anything happening with you guys coming up in the holidays?
Yes, we'll do concert and cookies with Santa in December. We'll be announcing that soon. And then we're going to be doing a Christmas scavenger hunt, just like we did this summer. We did a QR scavenger hunt through our park. So we're going to do a Christmas themed one this year.
When you see Santa, put in a good word for me, okay?
I can do that.
And Steve, tell him I know Steve. You know that.
Okay.
I'm
I'm not sure if that's going to help you.
That may
But
hurt you.
Oh, Steve, you do a great job, and Lauren, you do as well. Sylacauga Parks Rec. Thank you both for coming this morning. Have a fantastic day. We got more Daybreak just ahead. Don't go away.